Hey everyone, what is up? I am so glad that you are here for today's video. I cannot wait to get into this review of these lessons to share with you that I felt like this movie, The Women King, has taught me, and I hope it's a blessing to you. But before I get into it, if you have not yet, if you've been seeing my past videos and you have not subscribed yet, I would love for you to be a part of this family. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, and also like, and don't forget to hit that bell and turn that notification so you don't miss another video. Now without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so first of all, The Women King it's so good. It's so good. It talks about bravery, it talks about sisterhood, community, it talks about respect. Of course, it has something to do with women empowerment, you know what I'm saying? It talks about there's some moments of humbling yourself, strength, love, forgiveness, woman's worth, legacy. It talks about there's so much to unpack when it comes to this movie. It's so hard to talk about everything because there's so much. But before I get into the lessons, if you love this movie, shout out what is your favorite parts and what do you like about it? Like, what has spoken to you when you watched it? What did you think when you got done? How did you feel when you came out of that theater, right? So go ahead and put that in the comments. I would love to hear that from you. But I'm going to break it down just in 2 lessons that I definitely have picked up, and here it is. So lesson number 1, revisit your dark place. If you have not yet, if there's some things that you have hidden or put to the side, or maybe you just made a decision, you know what, I'm just gonna move on, it ain't gonna be no deal, I don't care anymore, it happened, whatever, and I'm just gonna move forward. If you have not revisited that darkness yet, I encourage you to do so. This is exactly what this movie has talked about. She had to go back to the dark place that she has been avoiding for a long time. And it all had to do with hurt. It all had to do with pain. And I get it. There's hurt and pain that I went through too, that I had to ask myself, where did this come from? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling right now? And everything went back to the root of where it all came from. And now it's like, wow. And it made sense of why everything around me has happened leading up to where I am now. It made so much sense. But I made a decision, you know what? I'm going to forgive. First of all, I'm going to be like, you know what? I had that happen. It happened to me. I can't change it. I can't change nothing. It happened. Now I got to forgive myself for holding on to that pain, for taking on that full responsibility, carrying that weight that caused me not to move forward, that I always revisit because of what I go through in life and thinking, oh, this is just how it's going to always be, and I can't change anything. Yes, I can. I had to forgive myself and let go. And now that I forgive myself and let go and forgive the person and other people who have hurt too, because one thing I realize is everyone has their own experience in life. And if we don't deal with it, all we do is just pass it to somebody else, as far as we don't even think about it sometimes, but we react based off of our hurt and pain to other people. And if we don't work on ourselves, of course we're not gonna see it, but all we know is deep down inside that if we don't deal with something, it's going to eat us alive, and it's going to eventually keep coming back over and over again. It may be a new person, it may be in a new place, it doesn't matter. If we don't deal with things, it's not going to change. We're going to get stuck in this cycle. We're going to be chained to the darkness that we have put behind us. And I also got to seek God as well to help me to get through it and to help me to see what He sees. And learning from this movie, she had to eventually face her demon, which really was the little girl who got hurt. A lot of the women in this movie, they all had dark places. But one thing I love so much also is the community that they have. They supported each other. A lot of them was abandoned. A lot of them was taken away from their families. A lot of them was raped. A lot of them was abused. But they found a place, a sisterhood, where they could support one another and uplift each other and let each other know and empower each other. You are strong. You do matter. Your voice will be heard. And we're gonna And they knew that there was something in them that was cast down because of what they've been through, that made them feel like they were weak and made them feel like they were worthless and not valuable. But they found their inner strength, like, I am more than this. You are more than what you face. You are more than what you went through. And it doesn't stop there. And we can't be bound by somebody else's chains. To take the chains off of somebody else that they put on you, and to walk into the calling and the strength that's in the inside of you, because that's who you are. You are not who you were in the past. That is not you. When God sees you, he don't see you like that. He sees you as strong, as courageous, as brave, as powerful, as a beast, like I could take over and I could do incredible things I never thought I could do. That's how God sees us. And that's what I hope, once you get to that place of facing that darkness, that you will find that strength within yourself to do so. Okay, I found it, and so I feel good, and now there's some type of lift that I feel now. Now it's like, if I don't find peace in this, if I don't find joy, if it doesn't bring me joy at all, I do not receive it. Like, no, I'm not gonna, if your attention is because you're lazy, no, I'm not taking on your responsibility. No, I'm not gonna do what you think you want me to do. No, I am starting to understand my no, so that I can find my peace, so I can find my joy. That's where I can find my happiness, right? All right, so that's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is that I've learned, and I'm just gonna kill all this. And matter of fact, this movie has killed it all. I understand it's about, I can definitely see women power, but this is another thing that I just also want to put out there. That's super, super important. We are not lower than men. In this movie alone, I don't believe it was to show that women are in charge. I don't think it has anything to show with women are superior than men. This, I believe it showed that we are just as equal to men. Not lower, not higher, but just as equal. Even the title itself is the woman king. It didn't say the woman queen. It said the woman king. Because technically, let me be very transparent, according to the kingdom of God, God didn't say he's king of kings and queens. He said he is king of kings. Queen is a title that man on earth has given us that we can walk into beside the king based off of marriage. So we can't have a king woman and a king man and a king woman. So they put another title, which is queen. But even sometimes in that title, us queen can still not have as much power. God designed all of us to be kings because he didn't want no man to feel like they're superior than women. That's not how God created us. Men bring something to the table and women bring something to the table. And instead of us letting our pride and ego get in the way to go against each other, it's supposed to be used to come for each other, to strategize together, to make things work. Women don't think like men do, and men don't think like women do. We need to celebrate that. If there's another idea, and in this movie, that's what it did. It did that exactly. We gotta tear that down. That is a man-made idea that we have placed on each other. I mean, even when the time when the men went to war and women had to work in the factories, evidently it was a pride thing. Well, when the men came back, it's like, okay, what do women do? Women's like, no, I can do more than just be at home and clean up for the house and take care of children. There's more that I can do. There are strengths that us women have that the man needs, but that not to be superior over, but to work with. And that's the original intent that we're supposed to be. I love the fact that she was women king. That just cleared everything up from here on out. We need to stop treating each other. Men and women have this war against each other. We can be just as strong. And men, shut down your ego. And my thing is, low-key, if you have a connection with God, it shouldn't even be a problem. That's the whole thing. If you are intimidated by that, you need to ask God to help you out. Called woman because of a womb, right? Because we carry something different. For instance, some differences, very, very basic. The difference between men and women is men have sperm, women we don't. Women, we have eggs, men don't got eggs. Women, we can carry a child, men can't carry a child. Everything else, there's us things that us women can do. And it's not to show that we're better, it's to show that we are equal and we should be equal. We can't keep living this life of division and intimidation. Oh, a woman, she has her own business, this and this and that. Some men like that. Some men don't like that. Oh, a woman makes this X amount of money and the man makes this X amount of money. Now it's competition. As long as the money's coming in the household, why does it matter? If there's a vision that both are submitted underneath to serve, to get the vision done, it shouldn't matter who's more better than what. It's about everyone carrying your weight and doing your part. That should matter. It doesn't matter. We shouldn't be intimidated by each other anymore. And I love the fact that in this movie it showed that. It showed that men can't keep being intimidated. We can't. That whole thing. It had nothing to do with just women and we're stronger than men. Kill that. That's ego right there. No, it's you are powerful and to do you. Your voice should be heard and make sure it's heard. And men, humble yourself. Even the king had to humble himself. Like, wow, he didn't sit there and, yeah, he had his little ego moment. I'm king, I can do whatever, I can do whatever. But when he realized that she is serving and understanding the vision, and she's still walking in that vision and walking in that principle that was set before, no matter what, he had to get to a place of, you know what, she's still getting the job done. Even though her opinion is different from mine, even though, yes, she may not agree with what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, she is still serving underneath the vision, and there was respect. And that's all that matters right there. It shouldn't even matter about superiority. It should matter about doing your part to serve the vision. And she had to stand up like, I can't let somebody shut me down based off of what they think. I have to keep serving this vision. And if I don't do my part, there are things that can happen that I will never be able to get that time back again. And I loved it. And it was almost like, you really gonna let your ego get in the way and send her off because she chose to do what's right? Now he saw it, it's like, wow. It had to do with, there's a vision and a goal, and that is to protect our country. And both are doing their best to serve it well. And I love it. So that's all that I got. I know I did a lot of rambling, but that's all that I have. But I hope that you've learned just as much as I have learned about facing the darkness that we have put behind us. And also, we're dealing with zillions and millions and billions of men and women out there have their own opinions of how they think life should be and how life should be ran. I get it. But eventually, we have to come to this place of we can't stop stumping over each other. We have to work together for the vision. And I love this movie gave all of that. I love this movie gave that we are all underneath one vision and we got to serve our part as best as we possibly can. If there's something else that you saw in this movie that really stood out to you, there's so much to unpack. I'm telling you, so much. But I had to talk about those two because I feel like that was super, super important. But if you learned something and hopefully it encouraged you, I hope this blesses you as it's blessed me. And I hope if you have not seen it yet, you know, definitely go watch it. Go watch it again if you need to. It's time for us to walk in who we are meant to be. Shout out to the director and everybody else who were a part of this movie. Like, you all did an amazing job. It was such a joy and privilege to watch. I felt strong and I feel like my confidence was being built while watching this movie. I felt like, wow, like I felt like there was a warrior that was about to pop out of me, you know what I'm saying? So I just really, really loved it so much. And so I hope, you know, I hope to see more stuff like this of change. Change is so important. We have to change. It's time. It's a new season. It's a new year. And the year is about to end. And I don't want no one to walk into the new year. If you're into the Jewish culture, Rosh Hashanah, that's happening right now. Or if you're maybe you don't go according to that culture and you're waiting for the new year, I'm telling you, don't wait until 2023 to start that change. Don't wait till 2023 to start that resolution. Do it right now. If you guys like this video, if you did, go ahead and hit the like button below. Also, it's crazy because as I'm talking about women about finding your voice, it just reminded me of Legally Blonde 2. It reminded me of the new Aladdin that came out a couple years ago. Those are other movies that talks about finding your voice and speaking up and us being equal and stop all this who's better than who type of stuff. Like, there's so many movies out there because I feel like movies are therapy for me. And so if there's a movie that you also like that may give you encouragement, definitely put in the comments and we can all check it out and just be strengthened once again within ourselves and who we are and walk in the best life that we possibly could be here on earth. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys all next time, and don't forget, make wise choices. Bye.